we have heard nothing from the WNBA. Absolutely nothing.
Brittney Griner elbowing Caitlin Clark in a crazy way and then calling her a trash white girl.
And Brittney Griner has not commented, which I find significant. I've watched that video countless times, and it sure looks like Brittney Griner says, white girl.
For weeks, the tension inside the WNBA had been building like a pressure cooker ready to burst. Players were competing harder, emotions were running higher, and every game felt like it carried more weight than the last. But no one, not fans, not analysts, not even players themselves, expected what happened during this nationally televised matchup. One moment, the game was flowing normally, and in the next, Brittney Griner's frustration erupted in a way that instantly captured the attention of the entire sports world. Cameras caught every second, and within minutes, the clip was being replayed everywhere. What should have been a simple possession turned into a lightning bolt that shook the league.
Brittney Griner appeared to call Caitlin Clark trash and effing white girl.
As soon as the footage hit the screen, social media turned into a wildfire. Fans rushed to Twitter and TikTok, posting reactions, rewinds, and slow-motion edits. Hundreds of thousands of comments appeared within hours. Sports programs pushed aside their scheduled content and switched directly to covering the incident. The moment transcended the game, becoming a cultural talking point. People weren't asking what happened in the fourth quarter. They were asking what this meant for the future of the league.
Brittney Griner is, in fact, a man.
Caitlin Clark supporters showed up immediately. She has one of the most passionate fan bases in all of sports, and they made their voices heard. Comment sections filled with support, encouragement, and unity. The phrase, "I stand with CC," spread across every platform. Fans created edits, hashtags, and reaction videos celebrating her professionalism and calmness under pressure. They wanted to show that no matter how chaotic things got, they were standing firmly behind her.
She's the Rookie of the Year. She's fourth in the league in MVP voting.
Caitlin Clark is an absolute all-star. She is the Michael Jordan of this. This is the girl that girls have been waiting for forever.
Caitlin Clark is a rising star in women's basketball. She's pulling in crazy viewership numbers.
Caitlin Clark is the needle mover.
She is the needle mover.
She is the franchise player.
And she was the MVP. She is the main draw.
She wasn't the one who was full sprinting down the court.
She's my role model. I really look up to her.
Why do you like Caitlin?
And she's so good at basketball.
Because she's that awesome person and she has like a lot of aura, so like.
What made the situation even more intense was that this outburst didn't come out of thin air. For weeks, the league had been simmering with competitive tension. Players were playing harder, fouling harder, and reacting harder. Each game felt like a rivalry. But in this particular matchup, everything boiled over. After a sequence of physical plays, Griner walked off the court visibly frustrated. The cameras zoomed in, capturing every detail of her expression, and that close-up became the image that set the internet ablaze.
White girl is what.
The clip spread faster than any dunk, crossover, or buzzer beater. Analysts slowed it down frame by frame. Podcasts spent entire episodes discussing it, and former players reacted with shock. Some said it was just competitive energy, while others felt it crossed the line. But one thing everyone agreed on was this: the moment couldn't be ignored. It exposed deeper issues bubbling beneath the surface of the league.
Be okay with one of its players saying white girl on the bench and getting caught by TV cameras saying such? I guess they are. I guess they're okay with it. Obviously, the league would very much not be okay with a white player saying black girl on the bench in anger and getting caught by TV cameras. That would be an immediate suspension, if not a career ender for said white girl.
But the silence from the league was deafening. Usually, when something this big happens, leagues release statements, clarifications, or at least acknowledge the conversation. But this time, nothing. Not a word. Fans noticed instantly. And the longer the silence stretched, the more frustrated people became. It felt like the league hoped the moment would disappear. But the internet didn't let that happen.
But it is completely possible that fucking white girl was about Caitlin Clark's popularity, about her stature, about her impact on the entire league.
Caitlin Clark has already faced some of the toughest defensive pressure of any rookie in recent memory. She gets hit harder, bumped more, shoved off balance, and verbally challenged constantly. Yet she never reacts emotionally. She never retaliates. Instead, she keeps playing her game with discipline and composure that feels beyond her age. That's why her fans defend her so fiercely. She keeps her head down and lets her talent speak.
She has been abused repeatedly. We have shown you videos, just getting elbowed, getting crushed, inbound passes where they ram into her, just absolutely abused. And there clearly is a racial element to.
But for fans watching closely, this latest incident wasn't a surprise. It felt like another chapter in a growing list of moments where Clark seemed targeted more than protected. They saw a pattern forming, one where she consistently absorbed more contact and more hostility than other players. And fans couldn't understand why nothing was being done to address it.
The league would not be okay with a white player saying effing black girl.
So naturally, people ask the obvious question, why won't the league talk about this? When millions of viewers are discussing the same moment, when every sports show is covering it, and when fans demand answers, ignoring it doesn't make it go away. It makes it worse.
Let's see an investigation into reverse racism that's going on across the league.
That's when fans began discussing the hypothetical. What would have happened if the situation were reversed? Would the media react the same way? Would the league respond differently? Would penalties be harsher? The discussion wasn't about dividing people. It was about fairness, about equal standards, about consistency in how players are treated regardless of who they are.
Griner referring quite clearly, I believe, to Caitlin Clark and a white referee as, quote, trash ass white girl.
Even top sports analysts joined in, emphasizing that maintaining fairness is essential for any league's integrity. Rules mean nothing if they aren't applied evenly. If consequences depend on who's involved instead of what happened, the sport loses credibility. And fans felt that credibility slipping.
If you are a straight white woman in the WNBA, there is no way that you feel completely safe.
Attempts to brush off the moment or reinterpret fueled even more backlash. Slow motion replays, lip-reading debates, and contradictory explanations flooded timelines. Fans felt like they were being told not to believe what they clearly saw. That frustration only made the controversy grow larger and louder.
I don't appreciate the new fans that sit there and yell racial slurs at myself, my teammates, and and the people that I play against. Because, yeah, those might be opponents, but those are friends too. You know, they don't deserve that. So I don't appreciate the new fans. I think it's okay to do that.
People compared the league's silence to the way it responded to previous controversies. In the past, even smaller incidents triggered immediate investigations and statements. But this time, despite millions of views and massive public attention, nothing happened. Fans saw the inconsistency, and it didn't sit right.
That she reposted. And the implication is, what it says at the top is white, this is how they say girl, G-Y, white gal, G-Y-A-L, running from the fade, like as if Caitlin Clark is basically a...
Clark hasn't just faced rough play. She's faced online ridicule, too. Memes, mocking posts, clips taken out of context to make her look weak or scared. Even rival players occasionally add fuel to the fire. Yet through it all, Clark stays silent, focused, and professional. She never engages in the negativity.
At these games and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Obviously, she's not going to do that. But also, Dan, why isn't the Indiana Fever apologizing to their own fan base for putting them through that, for going through those types of actions?
And despite all the hits she takes, elbows, shoves, face contact, aggressive challenges, she never lashes out. She doesn't escalate the situation. She just resets, breathes, and continues performing at a level that has shocked the league. Her ability to stay mentally locked in is part of what makes her special.
Caitlin Clark got roughed up repeatedly by defenders throughout her rookie year last year. It was attempted bullying, trying to break her spirit, intimidate her, put her in her place, get even with her for all the attention she was getting.
But fans feel the expectations placed on her are unfair. She's expected to remain calm no matter what, to stay polite no matter who pushes her, to stay silent even when she's clearly being tested. Yet the same standard isn't applied to everyone else. That double standard frustrates viewers more than anything.
He stated in part, obviously, the league would not be okay with a white player saying effing black girl on the bench in a...
New fans, millions of them, who started watching the WNBA because of Clark were stunned. They expected a league excited to welcome a superstar. Instead, they saw a player getting targeted and a league doing little to protect her. It wasn't the first impression anyone wanted new fans to have.
WNBA without Caitlin Clark remains an attraction that not many people want to watch. Without Caitlin Clark,
is going to massively affect the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark is the closest thing that they have to quality play. The Caitlin Clark effect is very real. She is the most valuable player in the league.
This led to the central question echoing across social media. Why is Caitlin Clark held to an impossibly high standard while others are allowed to cross lines with no consequences? Fans weren't asking for special treatment. They were asking for equal treatment.
Flag you, Brittney. Let me see something real quick. Brick, thank you. Get the hell out of here, yo. Jab stepping, it's the brick. Swing and a miss.
Oh!
Yo, I ain't gonna fake it right now.
That this person is not a female. Firstly, because this was actually posted to Brittney's personal Instagram.
Meanwhile, old conversations and debates involving Griner resurfaced across social platforms. These discussions, long circulating online, regained momentum simply because her name was trending again. Important. No false or harmful claims repeated, just acknowledging that online conversations resurface.
That this person is not a female. Firstly, because this was actually posted to Brittney's personal Instagram. And when it comes to Instagram, they use a combination of like AI detection and plus manual surveyors, but specifically the AI detection to make sure that no explicit content ends up on the platform. So clearly whatever AI detection system was used when Brittney posted this and it stayed up for 106 weeks was not like, oh, this is a bare female chest, we have to take this down. It obviously assumed that Brittney was male.
These revived discussions only added more complexity to the situation. Fans wanted transparency. They wanted clarity. They wanted the league to act like it saw what everyone else was seeing. But without communication, confusion only grew.
Brittney is a weird case. He's a man, yes, that much is obvious, but not in the way that you think. He isn't trans. He's a straight cis male who was raised as a girl and given a girl's name by his parents. His mother is the insane one. She forced him to live as a female right up through high school, filled out all of his paperwork, including BC as female, and kept the charade going.
People began questioning inconsistencies. Why are some topics addressed instantly, while others are ignored completely? Why does certain content stay online untouched, while other content is taken down immediately? The demand for transparency became louder than ever.
Brittney Griner comes out and says, I am so sick and tired of the WNBA. It used to be a peaceful, small little thing. Now there's crowds screaming, hollering. This is disruptive. It's not allowing us to play the game. Every time we play her, there's this commotion. Like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people, thousands of them, just sitting there watching on purpose. It's very disruptive.
Sports fans argue that fairness, safety, and clarity are the foundation of any professional league. Basketball is intense, but it must also be controlled. Without consistent officiating and clear standards, the integrity of the competition suffers.
WNBA crew are very fond of virtue signaling, but even when it comes to Brittney's exchange for like the Merchant of Death, which is insane, by the way, but had that been just like a straight white girl, my guess is that straight white girl would probably still be rotting in a Russian prison.
Griner's complicated international history resurfaced as part of public discourse. Her past with global headlines and political controversy added another layer to the already heated conversation. And whether fair or not, it made the public focus even more intensely on her every action.
He was male and therefore being topless on the platform was totally fine. It did not constitute as nudity. Now, some people may speculate, okay, well, is Brittney trans?
Fans wonder why the league wasn't protecting its biggest new star. Caitlin Clark is the reason viewership is skyrocketing. She's a reason fans are tuning in. Yet instead of receiving even standard protection, she's often the player taking the most punishment.
Clark is a rising star in women's basketball. She's pulling in crazy viewership numbers.
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT.
She signed my jersey. So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
The jerseys, the number 22, the various styles, whether it's a T-shirt with 22, whether it's an Iowa jersey, whether it's a Fever jersey, a throwback, I mean, whatever. The amount of people in yellow 22 apparel is stunning.
This sparked a broader discussion about fairness in women's sports. Fans insisted that consistent rules, equal treatment, and transparent leadership are essential to protecting players and preserving the sport's credibility.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball. Period.
That's nice.
And she was shooting the shit out of it.
Of course she was.
Right. So she was shooting the shit out of it. And
she's the face of the league.
Agreed.
She's the face of the league. Agreed.
Just have nothing but great things to say about who she is as a person. Just so welcoming and so warm as an individual that she can have a conversation with anybody. She's cut from the same cloth as me in that regard. You know what? Us Midwesterners, we tend to just, accept everybody with open arms. She was so kind to my family and everyone in the suite when she came to KC. So huge fans of Caitlin Clark.
It is a mad situation just all around when it comes to Caitlin Clark.
And this brings us to the final, unavoidable truth. Fans are demanding fairness. They're demanding accountability. They're demanding leadership. If the league won't speak up, the fans will. So if you stand with Caitlin Clark, if you believe she deserves respect, safety, and equal treatment, comment, I stand with CC. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss what comes next